Not so long ago, this segment didn't even exist. We're talking about large SUVs or four-wheel drives that happen to be shaped like a coupe. Still, some of you don't even really like it, but plenty of you do. And in this particular segment, people buy very significantly on style. This is the new GLE63 S Coupe. It's big, it's brash, its styling is fat, it looks really aggressive, especially from the rear three-quarter. And people really love these things, they lap them up. So let's take a look at what it's like out in the real world. Pricing for the GLE63S 4Matic Plus Coupe, and yes, that is a mouthful, starts from $225,500 before on-road costs and options are added to the equation. This SUV isn't for the faint of wallet then, but it does deliver a sense of exclusivity. The twin-turbo 4-litre V8 is a formidable power plant and it pushes out 450 kilowatts at 6,500 RPM and 850 newton metres at 2,500 RPM, powering the GLE from 0 to 100 kilometres an hour in just 3.8 seconds. That figure there is the real eyebrow raiser, the fact that you can thunder something this big and comfortable to 100 kilometres an hour that quickly. On top of that, there's the EQ Boost 48-volt independent starter generator, which adds 16 kilowatts and 250 newton metres to the turbocharged petrol engine and sits between the engine and the gearbox. According to Mercedes-Benz, it's the reason you feel such instant throttle response, and it also fills torque holes while delivering fuel economy gains and assisting cylinder shutdown. You also get active engine mounts, which are standard, along with the 48-volt active roll stabilisation system in conjunction with the active air suspension. The reason this SUV rockets so hard off the mark is the fully variable all-wheel drive system, which is aided and abetted by an electronic rear differential. If you're like me and you prefer station wagons, or estates as they call them in Europe, it's easy to criticise a big SUV like this with a performance angle and just say, why don't people buy something else if they need a family, not so much a runaround, but a family performance vehicle that serves double duty. But it doesn't take long behind the wheel of the GLE Coupe to understand that it does make a hell of a lot of sense. First of all, the cabin is amazing. It's really premium. You've got massive big screens. They're very interactive. For me, the real ace in the deck, the real trick up its sleeve, so to speak, is how easy this thing is to drive fast. You can find your favourite piece of twisty B road and really hook in and have some fun, and this is nowhere near as intimidating as it should be. It's big, it's heavy, and it should feel like that from behind the wheel, but it doesn't. It feels a hell of a lot more agile than the numbers on paper would suggest, and the response from it, the steering, the brakes, the balance, the way everything works, even out of the sport modes, is amazing. And it's such a fun thing to drive. It's really enjoyable to spend time with when you're out on a country road. And I guess, even though I'd probably still prefer a station wagon, this ticks every box that it's supposed to tick. Inside the cabin, space has grown slightly with more rear seat legroom than the outgoing model, more elbow and shoulder room in both front and second rows, door apertures that are wider, and there's a full-size panoramic roof which opens up the cabin to so much more light it feels demonstrably bigger inside. There's a commanding view from the driver's seat, and despite being able to lower the seat down into the cabin, you don't feel like you're sitting in something anywhere near as fast as this SUV really is. Twin 12.3-inch screens are now par for the Benz course, and they certainly look the part inside the GLE. They are the focal point, but the driver's gauges are highly configurable to suit your mood, and the cabin has a sporty feel to it that is at odds with the bulky exterior design. We've had the chance to drive the GLE63 S Coupe out on some typical Australian B roads, and I can tell you the thing that stands out about this car, apart from the styling, I mean, have a look at it, it looks fantastic. But apart from that, the thing that stands out is how fast and how hard you can hustle a big, heavy four-wheel drive. It really doesn't make any sense how capable and agile this thing is out on the open road. Like we said, it's almost like it's a muscle car in an SUV skin. I think this is its best angle. Let us know what you think of the style in the comments section below.